Uh, well, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kenneth. With me today is my colleague, Mr. Johnson Maybon Kula. And I want to say a big thank you to our folks there in Liberia, speaking of the entire team of Truth FM 96.1. So if you are in your keke, you are in your taxi, if you're in the bus, wheresoever you are, whatever you are doing, we want to say thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, we really appreciate all of our fans, well-wishers, and followers of SKTV. Sometimes there are people that follow us that, they follow us, but they don't like us for some reason because of politics. But we still love you regardless. So I want to say thank you to all of you. I know Melbourne smiling when I say we love you. Melbourne, no, there are a lot of people there that I don't let you see Melbourne, but Melbourne still love them.
Indeed, 100%. Indeed, 100%.
So yes, indeed, we want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. We want to encourage you to share the show. We said today that we have some developing story. And, Melbourne, the funny thing is that you may think that certain people don't like us, that they hate or they don't like to hear from us. But those are the people that are very, very, very much into this platform, and particularly the particular show and the particular show time when it is on Truth FM.
Indeed.
You can't believe some of my good friends that always insult me here. Someone in my inbox, man, what happened? You're not coming on today.
You see? After getting angry sometimes with the way we talk, but they mess us to admit. Myself, even yesterday, when I Easter yesterday, I received a lot of calls, text messages. Maybe what's going on? Maybe why you people not coming on to that? But I thought it was again, you're not SKTV again.
Yeah, so let's bring Saros on. Saros Snap Mane, how you doing, boss man?
Saros, I'm good, Mr. Kane. Yeah, my internet good. Trust me, very good.
That's good. So, before we say anything, let me ask the two of you. Let me go to Melbourne first. Melbourne, what's going on in Liberia?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sekou. And let me say thanks to all of our listeners, those of you that are following us live, also on the Facebook of SKTV. Let me say thanks to all of you for always following the SKTV. Indeed, today is Monday, having to be the 11th of December, and for a matter of fact, we have probably about 20 more days to go, and that means we'll be ending the year 2023, and we are in the festive season, so there are a lot of people out there who are seeing in various marketplaces, shopping for their for the season. So indeed, yeah, Liberia is good. We are moving about with our normal activities. We do everything freely. Everybody moving about peacefully, and yes, indeed. So Liberia is good. Apart from the political thing that is always ongoing, either on the social media, or sometimes people come up with their own or talk show in the morning to freely express. Indeed, apart from the sanction issues, and which of course today we saw the city mayor, Honorable Jefferson Koji, today the CEO there today. In fact, he was heavily guarded by some young people today, and yeah, so far so good. With the president attending the ECOWAS summit or meetings, and so far all of our leaders are still out, and yes, so far so good. These are happening, and nothing major, but we are all going good. Liberia is peaceful, and we are all fine. But there are some social stories, some things that happen, like that latest story that broke up on the internet, and we understand that nothing happened after the elections, and so according to the information, she is still receiving treatment somewhere around in Ghana. So apart from that, yes, we are moving freely. All is good from red here in Liberia.
Cyrus,
Yes, sir.
What's going on? What's going on for your end? I mean, how's Liberia?
Mr. Kana, before I say anything, let me say good evening to our SKTV family, and let me say, we say thank you for always being with us. We are here to stay, like I've always said. And Labrador women are the most beautiful women on earth. That is no argument. And Labrador are the most important people. I take copyright order from my boss Steve. And to you, Mabel, let me say good evening, my dear brother. Mr. Kana, Labrador is cool. I'm fine.
Is asking for the frequency. It's it's beneath my name, 96.1. Yeah,
so Labrador is cool, Mr. Kana. You know, we in the political times, especially, but it's worrisome to me when the president-elect has been absent for a very long period of time. And I think the concern will soon start raising up in the public, because it has been quite a while now since the president-elect took a trip to the U.S. and no one can hear from him, especially while we know that United Party folks will be showing up, a whole lot of stuff. So yeah, Liberia is good, and the disturbing news concerning that lady as well. I got the video and it's so terrible, but we are still trying to do fact findings on what has occurred and what led to her beating. But in the video, you will hear the guys telling you that she's a motorbike, but we don't know how factual is that. So we are still on that. But for now, the country is peaceful. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys, and thank you very much. Speaking of the lady that was terribly beaten, we have the video, and the former senatorial candidate, Madam Victoria Kokoi, reached to SKTV, and that she was supposed to come on today to speak on that issue. I was expecting her to be at Truth FM by now, but now that she is not there, probably something else, came up.
I think she was here not too long on one of our sister program, the State of the Nation. But anyway, maybe she may be on her way here, maybe for the second time, but she was here not too long. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So the time check is 16 minutes. Yeah. So are you getting me?
Yes. So we're gonna be reaching out to her to know exactly what's happening. I mean, what is going on. Hopefully everything's okay with her. And like you said, I think she's making rounds, speaking on that issue. But we have a lot going on, and we did not have a show yesterday. We, due to some reason, we were not able to come on, and also the radio was not on yesterday as well. So we try to make sure that we are okay, everything is good to go before we can come on. And now that we are all set, I want to take this time to welcome all of you once again to SKTV. Today is Monday, I believe the 11th of December 2023. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong on the date. And precisely, it's about 17 minutes past 11 a.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona. So we have some updates to share with our people. And first off, we want to we at SKTV categorically condemn the beating of that lady, regardless of what she might have done. That's why we have law and order. That's why we have law enforcement. That's why we have justice system. I believe people should come together to condemn it in a strongest term, and nobody should be subjected to that kind of humiliation. They beat her, they disgraced her, they humiliated her, they disgraced every woman. They disgraced all the women. It was wrong. Those people, they behave as if they were not human beings, that they were not brought on this earth by women. It was wrong. It is unfortunate that our country is trending this way. It's very unfortunate. And I'm embarrassed. I could not even watch the video to the end. But one thing that I want to stress here, when it comes to that lady, please do not politicize that particular case. This lady, she is a Liberian. And the people that beat her, they should all be apprehended, investigated, and possibly prosecuted for what they did. Nobody should bring politics to this. Politicizing this case, it will only kill the case. It will demoralize everybody who is actually fighting for her. I've learned that there are people raising money for her, which is a good thing, but please do not politicize it. Do whatever you can to help her, whether to get her healed, whether to, get her lawyer, whatever you got to do to help her, you can do that. But please, it should be void of politics. Playing politics with it will only kill the case. And people will continue to do it and have beyond politics. And I believe the Liberian government should be responsible enough to take care of her while she's at the hospital. And they should be responsible enough to make sure that those who were involved, the perpetrators, are arrested and possibly prosecuted. That is what we call rule of law, law and order. If that is missing in any society, that society is not a good society. If that is missing in any country, that means you are less of a country. Because anywhere people behave like animals, I mean, there's no law and order. It means there's no government. Government not going to send people to do the wrong thing. But your inability to investigate, arrest, investigate, and prosecute those who are wrongdoers, then you have a problem. I just want to get that out of the way. The development that we are getting, starting from Liberia, Ghana, to Rhode Island, United States, we are, when you see the title of this today's show, we say, in case you missed it. It's a new edition. Every Monday, the show will be titled In Case You Missed It, because what happened, we're going to be we'll recap everything that happened during the course of the weekend, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes you follow some of them, sometimes you miss some. So we say, in case you missed it, SKTV is informing you that something that we already knew leading to the election is now taking effect. We told everybody that voting for Joseph Boakai, it was voting for Jeremiah Kong. And also, it was also a conventional wisdom, almost unanimously from media, that Jeremiah Kong presidency or vice presidency will be Prince Johnson presidency or vice presidency. First, SKTV want to inform you, just in case you missed it, that Jeremiah Kong will be returning today to Liberia. Already, maybe he might have already returned, but we were informed last night, that he will be returning today. That's one. So the reason why they were in Ghana, it did not yield any fruit. It ended in chaos, rigmarole, and there are more to come. We were informed reliably that while the fighting among themselves was going on, Prince Johnson called Jeremiah Kong and told him, do not be afraid of these guys. I told you this was going to happen. This is our time. Don't be afraid of these guys. Don't allow their threat or disrespect to make you feel different. You are the president. Listen, nothing happened to the president yet, but Prince Johnson says Jeremiah Kong is the president. They should not be afraid. You should take decision. You should take action. Unfortunately, somebody also was privileged to that information, and that person also leaked the information to other people who are big supporter of President-elect Joseph Boakai. And they were so furious. See, but the paper, nothing happened to the paper. Yeah, they may already calling Prince Johnson, already calling Jeremiah Kong that he's the president. And in fact, in that conversation, I know Prince Johnson will be shocked and he will attack me. Or he will call some of the people that usually call to tell me not to attack him, but I'm not attacking him. I'm just speaking the truth, what happened. So Prince Johnson told him that when he comes back, they should put measure in place to recruit people to guard him. They should not trust the current security. They should not trust people around Joseph Boakai. You remember a few days ago, I posted something that Jeremiah Kong should be careful, he should look around him. He shouldn't trust anybody. A lot going on. Some of them are so angry to the extent that they feel like Jeremiah Kong taking from them what belongs to them. And where all these things coming from is because of what is happening right here in America. The last time we talked about President-elect Joseph Boakai, we told the Liberian people that he was not well. We told the Liberian people that he was at Rhode Island Hospital. when they took him from Marion Hospital. The day they took him from Marion Hospital, that was the day the surgery is supposed to happen. The next day, they were supposed to have the surgery. But they said the blood sugar was very, very low. That rendered him helpless to the extent that he could not actually keep himself up. And the blood sugar was very low. When we had that conversation here, we received calls from people closer to him, come from, let me not say that because that will point directly to some sources. But some people call and say that, Sekou, can you confirm the information you are giving? I said, what happened? See, we are having some conversation here. The conversation now, people are suggesting that the information from SKTV should be incorporated in our agenda so that we can have a conversation on it. But we want to make sure that since it's coming from SKTV, we are reaching out to confirm. And what I did, I told the person, how close are you to Ambassador Joseph Njimabuakai? How close are you to any of his family members or close associates? The person told me, yeah, there are about 3 different people. I gave them the same information. And I told them who to call from within the inner circle. And guess what? They did. And I told them after your call, you call me. In fact, I told them that we were told that there's a program going on, it was on Saturday. I said, but we were told the people denied that there's a program going on in Philadelphia, that they are expecting Joseph Njimabuakai to be there. I said, so maybe Papa going to be there. Since you live around there, maybe you'll meet him. And this person called me back. 2 of them didn't call back. One person called back. They said, cool. We are sorry. We apologize. But the information you gave, from the update we got from the closest people of him, it's not 100%. But for the most part, the information are correct. I said, really? I said, yeah. I said, well, which part is correct, which part is not correct? It is true that the old man is not well. It is true that he's in the hospital. I said, well, which part? I said, those are the most important part. Because the man is our president. What we care about and what we should care about is his health, his condition, his whereabouts, so that Liberian people can be in the know of the status of their president or president-elect. So what happened when things went, bad in Ghana? They're about to make major decision, but that would include the input of the owner himself. They tried to have him on a Zoom call to have a conversation while they were in Ghana, for him to give his direct input on the issue, because imagine Joseph Njimabuakai's son wake up from Liberia, go to Ghana, just to be part of what is the situation there, just to be part of what's going on there. If that is not alarming to you, if that is not or sound to you to know exactly that things are not in the right order, then you need to check yourself. So they try to have a conversation to include the man himself. So what happened? Like we told you the last time, he was not able to actually participate as they expected him to. Not because of the condition of him or something going to happen to him tomorrow, after tomorrow. No, that was not what was reported to us. But the fact that they said the blood sugar is low, so he cannot keep himself up. He sleeps a lot. Sleeps a lot. Yeah. So what happened after the whole thing went wrong in Ghana? Everybody going their way. There are some agreement. There are some names that they generally agree upon. Certain people to hold certain, to hold certain position. As I speak to you, in order to have the old man being part of the conversation to decide as to what is going, because there are people kind of feel like allowing those Jeremiah Kun to overshadow the whole thing and make all the decisions as Joseph Boakai, asked him to do. They are feeling left out. So guess what happened? The guy who Joseph Boakai asked to be the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs is on his way here in America. You're listening. They can say, oh, they want a lot, but the thing that they can see for themselves, they can't argue that, they can't refute it, but they will say that fake news, that fake news, that fake news. But I can announce to you now that the former Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, who is also former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs during Elling's last term, Crispy, he is going to be the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, and he is now coming directly to tell you the situation is not the way you think. Don't listen to these people. They are not honest. They are so despicable and hateful. For anybody who will say anything, I will point to the fact they continue to deceive the Liberian people. The guy is on his way now to America here. We told you the last time that Joseph Boakai's family, some of my close associate friends that were trooping in Rhode Island. We made mention of his daughter-in-law from Minnesota. You just say fake news, but you didn't come here to come and debunk it. In fact, first we broke the news about what's going on and keep updating the Liberian people. You know the UP that you know. The UP people that you know. If we were lying, believe me, they would have had Joseph Boakai on camera every day just to prove that Sekou and SKTV, they are lying. But they're not going to do that because they know the fact. As a matter of fact, in so many occasions, some of them have reached out to confirm the information. But they're afraid. They don't know how they're going to come out. Their prayer now, and all of us prayer, is that the woman will recover, the woman will be okay, so that they can be able to come out and say We tell you nothing happened to the mayor, everything's okay. I'm praying for that too. But God forbid, and I say, God forbid, if his condition deteriorates and these people continue to lie to the Liberian people, how are they going to announce that this man's condition is worsening? How are they going to tell the Liberian people? How? How are they going to do that? It's like setting yourself up for failure. Who can trust you now? If you are not honest with yourself about important things, now go ahead and call Crispy, whether or not he's on his way to America, and ask him why is he coming to America for. He's coming to meet Joseph Boakai face to face. If any directive he's going to get, he want to get it directly from Joseph Boakai, because Joseph Boakai people feel like they fought to bring Jeremiah Kun in. Jeremiah Kun is taking from them what belongs to them. Madam Victoria Koko is here. We will pause on the development of Joseph Boakai in the Unity Party. We will bring Victoria Koko on to talk about what happened to that lady that was beaten unmercifully. So we can talk about, we'll come back. But let's get Victoria Koko in because, yeah, we still have enough time. Madam Victoria Tolu Kwekwe, how are you? Hello? You are muted.
Okay, I'm mute. Okay. Good evening from our end, and good evening to you, Sekou, Mabel, and Saras. I see Saras on. And it's a pleasure being back on SKTV. The political seasons are over. I decided to get off the media for some time, at least next year, before I come on the media. But then this is a touching story that I cannot sit back without talking about it. So, but thank you for letting me on the show, and I look forward to a fruitful discussion.
So yes, Madam Kwekwe, you actually, reach out and inform SKTV that you wanted to come on, and with respect we have for you, even though it was on a short notice, we told you to come. So we're going to give you the time to tell us and to tell the Liberian people, both in the diaspora and in Liberia, as to why you're here.
Okay, Chris, thank you. I said Chris because I was on a show with Chris this afternoon because
that's
the
okay.
story about
that's okay.
Yeah, Sekou.
You call me Chris, I will answer it. You call me Say, I will answer it. Any kind of name you call me. They didn't call me Steve today, so it's okay. People just forget. Everybody forgot my name today, but it's okay.
Okay. So, Sekou, thank you for allowing us on the show. Sekou, look, over the weekend, but first of all, I just want to let you know that I also lost my cousin, my baby cousin, yesterday morning. Very touching. My mother's sister child, very brilliant girl, and she fell off yesterday morning, and she couldn't survive. She passed off, yesterday morning. So, but before that, I saw this. I just woke up in the morning and I came across this video with a lady being beaten, and my entire day spoiled. I even posted on social media on Facebook. My entire day spoiled. So I decided that I will not sit because this is getting out of hand in our country, where people will just take the law into their hands. So I started to raise the issue little by little, little by little, just within the 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, yesterday, and I was able to get in touch with the lady. She has been sent to Ghana for treatment. I was able to get in touch with her daughter, and I had a conversation with her because I didn't want to just come on the show and just come and talk, just come and talk. I wanted to get the facts. I wanted to get the right hand. I didn't want to get a third party discussion, even though, yes, we can call it a third party, say it is not coming from the survivor herself, but her daughter. So I got the story, and since she was not also on the scene, I told her to help me, and I was able to get the number of people who were on the scene, her mother, the victim, or the survivor's mother, her biological mother, and her biological sister, the one she's next to. So the story we are gathering, and this is what makes it so terrifying, very pathetic, that this lady, she suffers from ulcer. Dede suffers from ulcer, and her mother is the one who makes her medicine, I think some kind of traditional medicine for her to drink. And she called her mother, and mother said, "Okay, come for the medicine." She went. Her mother also sells in the red light market. She has a container where she sells her things. So she went to the market to her mother, and I think the mother was not yet ready fixing the medicine. And she told her mother and her sister, "Okay, since tomorrow is holiday, because the next day was supposed to be the election day on November 14th, let me just go to the market since I'm in the market." The mother said she usually doesn't go to the red line market, but that day, because she was in the market, she said, "Let me just go in the market and just buy my food for tomorrow, so that I will not be going to send the girl in the market again." She left maybe some 500 or less than 500 millimeters from her mother's shop, and she observed that three guys were walking behind her, telling her. She observed that they were telling her, and she made a stop to give them way to pass. The guy, one of them approached her and said, "Who you voted for?" And she said, "But my vote is my secret. Why are you asking me?" So, "Oh, you want to tell him will be here. In fact, you look like princess who can steal a motorbike." And they started to show her phone and all her pictures. She said, "But the thing you're talking, I know about it. My name is Dede. I'm not princess. I'm Dede." And they took her phone from her, took her bag from her, and so she ran. She started getting concerned. She ran to another shop, and she told the lady, she said, "I'm not a rogue. My mother sells in the market here also." She called her mother. The lady pushed her out of her store. The second store she went to pushed her out of the store, and it started to give these guys, authority or energy to really come after her. And they came after her, and maybe the only way they could come after her now was to just start to alarm that she's a rogue, she's a motorbike rogue. In fact, she's Princess, the notorious criminal that is around stealing motorbike. In fact, sometimes motorcyclists get killed, they get wounded, they lost their bikes and other things. So they raised that alarm and they started to beat her. I don't know whether you saw the video, but if you didn't see the video, don't look at it. Very, 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 very pathetic. Very terrible for our country.
I've seen a video, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay. Bit that lady, took off her clothes. I mean, disrespectfully, what they did. So, simple. If you observe, I'm not the Victoria that will always come on the show. I mean, I'm broken. I'm broken, and hearing that these and the whole thing about it is that this thing happened on November 13th. Only over this weekend we were able to know this. We didn't know that this case had gone to the police station, it had gone to court, and the suspects were released on bail. But another thing I want to say about the incident is when this woman was being beaten, if you look at the video, you look at the video, you see that almost over 500 people were watching this incident. The place was crying. This incident happening, and nobody could come to this lady's rescue. So we need to talk. We need to raise more awareness on mob violence in our country. People take the law in their hand. Just the last time I was watching, I just took my phone and I bumped into a video where a young man was being chased. He ran into a shop, maybe something like maybe a drinking spot or so. He ran there. You could see people pushing him out. He's going back, pushing him out. But luckily for him, the people, while they were throwing stools, somebody came and said, hey, the men are motorbike road. The men are motorbike mechanic. You don't get him to the police station. Nobody should touch him. So this is where our country is getting to. But let's look at other cases because we want to be inclusive with our advocacy. We have always been, and we should be. Yes, this little issue has raised more about the way she was treated. A woman who was disgraced, people say, but I say it's human. Because you cannot, even if it was a male treated like that, yes, we will say the same thing. This woman, how did God give this woman strength that her mother lay hand on her? According to the story. The Oma is telling me, the Oma, look, Seku, this woman, the Oma that I talked to today, I went to see Dede's mother. She's terrified. She's traumatized. She cannot say 1, 2 without crying, this Oma. She goes to take bath and she sees her daughter in front of her. The Oma tells me, she said, my daughter, I'm sitting, I'm hearing noise somewhere. I said it to my shop. I don't know. I didn't know that my daughter, they were beating. I said it. She said, her sister came to visit me. Her sister wanted to go, but her sister was just feeling weak to go. Her sister, she's next door. Call her commissar. Her sister sitting, and they are just lecturing. They see somebody is coming. The person will fall. So they will kick the person. You know, she just seen the person coming, but she didn't know that her daughter running for survival. Running for survival. She said at one point when she lifted her head to pay attention to the person that was coming, she saw her daughter coming, running. Then her other daughter said, oh, my sister turned crazy in the market. She took off her clothes. When they went to her, she fell on her. And she said, I'm not crazy. Y'all look at me, they beat me. The woman said, the people went to her shop, started throwing stones. They told her, they said, this is not your daughter. Put her aside. She said, I'm my daughter. The woman said she had to put her daughter inside the container and lock it. Just imagine that kind of heat you put. She didn't even know that the heat could even kill her daughter with the condition the daughter came in. But luckily for her daughter survived. The police came on the scene, took the girl, the lady, carried her to the police station. Instead of taking this woman to the hospital, because that should be the first thing you should do. The lady that was
breathing, she was taken to police station first before going to hospital?
That's what I'm telling you. The lady was beaten, the police came on the scene, they took the lady to the police station. So while the argument was going on, the lady's sister tried to contact the lady's daughter, who is with her mother in Ghana right now. When she got her, she said, "Mom, the way things happening here, you have to come with police right now." So before the girl who arrived there, they had taken the police. Another police group had arrived from the 72nd bell, the Berlin bell, took her to the police station. When the girl arrived with 2 police officers, because they didn't allow the mother into the police station. They didn't allow her sister in the police station. They kept her at the police station. They kept her on the floor. She was sitting on the floor with all the blood on that woman. She was sitting on the floor. When the little girl reached at the police station with the 2 officers she contacted to come to her mother's rescue, when they got there, because they told that girl coming with 2 officers, they allowed them. Perhaps they were senior officers. I don't know. I have not gotten no 2 officers that went to the police station. They allowed them in. When the little girl saw her mother sitting on the floor, she asked, she said, my mother's supposed to be sitting on the floor here, or she's supposed to be at the hospital by now. We learned that even the police, a police officer even kick her in the head and say, you the one can be stealing people motorbike. You will see what we'll do to you. Seku, this is the country we have, Seku. This is the security we have in our country.
Let me ask a few questions. I didn't want to interrupt you while you were talking. First of all, this is unfortunate. This is bad. This is inhumane. And it should be condemned by all well-meaning Liberians. The information you are giving right now came from the mother of the dead, or did you get any information at all from Dede herself?
So, Dede, of course, as a human rights advocate, including gender-based violence, including women and children, the victim, of course, or the survivor, I choose to call her the survivor victim. The survivor, at the stage she is in, you will not be talking to that person directly. So I talked to her daughter, who is with her at the hospital in Ghana. I spoke to her, and this is the story she narrated to me, that this is what her mother told her. But she was not on the site. So people who were on the site, for example, after they beat her and she ran to her mother, there was another action taking place there. So I said, let me ask the mother, and the mother narrated the same story. The only thing is the mother is narrating now some part of the story where she herself was present when things were happening.
So, so the account they are giving, the explanation they are giving as to what really led to the whole process, are they telling you that they got that information from Dede herself or from the bystanders?
Yes. From Dede herself. They are telling me that this is what Dede told them. Because, you know, this country.
So let me ask another question.
So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the question, because I want to understand exactly, because I really believe that the best person to give credible and clear information about this and what really transpired would be Dede herself. So that's the reason why I'm asking. And we were told that this thing happened almost on the 17th, right?
On the 13th, before the runoff, on the 13th.
That is almost a month now. So why is it that the information is just coming out?
Second,
why? Did you find out why they never went to the media? They never went anywhere. Anyway, maybe we're trying to give her information here. Maybe what's going on?
It was.
Just a second. I want to know what Mabon got for us.
Yes, we'll be beginning the news bulletin at 7 o'clock. That's it. So just to set up NCWB, so maybe the signal will reach you, and you'll be able to connect with our team.
All right, that's good. Yes, go ahead, Victoria.
So this is it, Seku. When this thing happened, it was disgraceful. Even the daughter, the lady's daughter, who is I think a participant of the Big Brother Liberia, She's even refusing her friend's call because her mother, the way her mother was treated, she's ashamed of herself. She's ashamed. She ain't want people. So what happened is, as a woman, women's right and child protection advocate, when these kind of things happen, you don't. I'm surprised that I see a lot of photos all on Facebook. The videos are all over. Normally, you should pursue the case, but you cannot bring these things out in the public. You are supposed to protect the survivor. So the only reason now you see that it is all because the video was leaked out and people started to. But when I talked to the girl, she said for her, for them, they didn't even know that there was a video out. They didn't know that there was a video out. They knew that there were pictures and other things, but for the dignity of her mother, they didn't want to, so they were only dealing with the case because she filed a case with the police. So they were only dealing with the police until the mother condition started to deteriorate. Because they went to the ERWA. This woman went to the ERWA hospital. They treated her from there. She came home, so she was undergoing treatment here, but this condition started to deteriorate, and that's how it came to the public. But yes, I agree with you that when these kind of things happen, yes, we can keep the pictures and other things, but we have to alarm it from the beginning.
Let me just interrupt you for a second. We are going to the news bulletin in Studio B. So what's going to happen? You can stick around. Right after the 15-minute news bulletin, we'll come back and continue the conversation on SKTV in case you miss it. So yes, indeed, we'll be here. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll listen to the news bulletin and we'll come back. Somebody was saying that I should give chance to my colleague to talk. The information I'm giving, and Sarah don't have it, Mabel don't have it, and they care to listen to it. So you're pull it and just stop it. All right, we'll be back.
The truth I told will lead by example and others follow. RCR News, the premier source of accurate news. Bulletin is next.
Yeah, we're good to go on the news. Maybe I try to meet you, but you meet the guy. Okay, we're good.
Good evening, RCR News Bulletin and Augustine Side reporting. In the headlines, House Speaker Buffer Chambers underscores the need for sustained security structure amongst West African countries to combat terrorism. Among Several County Senator Sir Joseph discloses the arrest of several individuals in connection to an alleged looting of the Chinese Urban Rural Service construction area. Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives announces the holding of a debate for those vying for the speakership position of the House of Representatives. And of the home front, 2 people have been killed and several others injured in a deliberate attack on an aid convoy in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, the records have said, according to the BBC. Those were the top stories, now the news in detail. House Speaker Buffer Chambers has underscored the need for sustained security structure amongst West African countries to combat terrorism. According to him, the move, when implemented and worked on by West African leaders, will end the increased costs in the region. Speaker Chambers made remarks in an interview with journalists at the Rabat International Airport upon arrival from the International Roundtable Conference at the weekend. The conference, according to Speaker Chambers, was centered on the role of Parliament in West Africa and improving various sectors, including security. Speaker Buffer Chambers further described military coups in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea as troubling, stressing the need for urgent attention to eradicate the menace. He also emphasized the need for a collective effort in ensuring that West African countries are self-sufficient in food security. Speaker Buffer Chimels addressing participants during the International Roundtable on Parliament's Insecurity Sector Governance and Reform in West Africa emphasized the critical need for African nations to convene conferences aimed at finding solutions to challenges facing the continent. The event held in Nigeria was organized by the Conrad Aduniard Shifnord German Political Foundation in collaboration with the National Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies. Monserrato County Senator Sir Joseph has disclosed the arrest of several individuals in connection to the alleged looting of the Chinese Urban Rural Service construction area. Senator Joseph also ordered residents involved in the looting to return the materials with immediate effect. 4 persons have reportedly been arrested. Speaking to reporters after a day-long visit in the area, Senator Joseph described the situation as unacceptable. He, however, noted that the company's failure to live up to the social corporate responsibilities was not in the right direction. Senator Joseph is meanwhile calling on residents of the chiefdom to remain calm as they are doing everything possible to address the situation. The Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives has announced the holding of a debate for those vying for speakership position at the House of Representatives. According to the executive of MDR, the debate is in partnership with the Amos Cardiac Studio Foundation and KMTV Liberia and is expected to be held on Wednesday, December 20. Making the disclosure to RCR News, the executive director of the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiative, John Corey, said the debate will be held either at the Rotunda or the joint chambers of the Capitol building. Corey noted that MDR and panels are inviting the general public, especially members of the legislature, new and all staffers of the legislature to attend the debate to meet their potential leaders face to face and talk about the urgent desire for the proper functioning of the legislature. According to John Corey, the known candidates yet for Speaker of the House of Representatives include Representatives-elect Musa Belete, Fonati Kofa, and Rete Nangbe-Kun. At the same time, the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiative is expected to organize debates for the Female Journalist Association of Liberia elections. According to Nkori, the event will be organized on December 14, 2023 at University of Liberia main campus, ahead of the future elections on December 15. Several citizens in Grand Cape Mount County are calling on senatorial candidate Mapu Soni to withdraw his case at the National Elections Commission and allow the senator-elect to be certificated. Senatorial candidate Mapu Soni filed a complaint at NEC against Senator-elect Daba Vabla over election irregularities in the just-ended presidential and legislative elections. RCI Grand Cape Mount County correspondent said, as a result of the case, Adam Vapla was not certificated last Friday when the NEC certified winning candidates in the Monrovia. Our correspondent quoted citizens as called on Sony to let go his ego for the growth and development of Grand Cape Mount County. A pro-democracy group, Liberians for Democratic Action, has termed the U.S. sanction imposed on Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Koji as reaffirmation of justice and accountability for corruption and human rights abuse in the country. Recently, the U.S. Department of the Treasury Office of Foreign Asset Control designated Major Koji for gross violation of human rights and corruption. Speaking at a press conference over the weekend, leader Chairman Prince Woodrow lauded the American government for the action taken, adding that it is reaffirmation of justice, accountability, freedom, and human rights. According to him, the allegations on which Major Kuti was designated for were acts he committed during his time in government, stressing that he is a violator of human rights. The group meanwhile called on the incoming government to investigate Major Kuti and others who were designated by the U.S. government during the CDC administration. The management of RLJ Canada Hotel and Villas has termed as fabricated a publication by the New Dawn newspaper accusing the company of bad labor practices and ill treatments against employees. In its December 8, 2023 edition, the New Dawn newspaper accused the hotel of malpractices, ill treatments, among other bad labor practices. The publication further quoted the New Dawn newspaper as saying an employee of the institution identified as Daniel Faraflomo was dismissed by the hotel management for cautioning reduction in his salary from US $135 to $124. The newspaper also quoted Josephine Vivian Gasvian, an employee of a private security firm, who alleged of being slapped and dismissed for denying a Ghanaian national of entering the hotel after 8 p.m. in accordance with the management mandate. But in response to the publication, the hotel human resource manager, Boniface Kia, said since the establishment of the hotel in 2009, its workforce has never exceeded 150 staff. The RLJ Hotel human resource manager also refuted the former employee's accusation that he was dismissed by the hotel management for cautioning reduction in his salary from US $135 to $124, stating the company's salary scale is above the Liberian government official salary threshold, in accordance with the 2014 Decent Work Act. Also, reiterating the general manager of the hotel, Ambrose Hopford, termed the allegations against the entity as fabricated lies. Hopford frowned at the New Dawn newspaper for mistaking him for Roberta Chukono or Abraham Johnson as the manager of the hotel. The New Dawn claimed that more than 300 staffers of the hotel have been made redundant following management transition from American to Ghanaian team headed by Roberta Chukono. The proprietor of the Wetona Christian Academy, Isaac Peters, has urged youthful Liberians to use their skills to develop Liberia. Speaking over the weekend at the 5th commencement convocation of the Thomas Foundation Vocational Training Institute, Peters said TVET being a form of education and training that provides knowledge of one's capacity building must be used to build the nation rather than being used to corrupt the system. According to him, in a nation that prioritizes TVET education is on path of success, thereby urging the over 4,000 graduates to use their skills acquired to positively contribute to the building of Liberia. For their part, graduates lauded the facilitators and sponsors of the Thomas Foundation Vocational Training Institute for passing on knowledge to them that has made them self-sufficient. They meanwhile vowed to use the knowledge acquired to positively impact their respective societies. And in foreign development, 2 people have been killed and 7 others injured in a deliberate attack on an aid convoy in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, the Red Cross has said. The vehicles, which the charity said were clearly marked with a Red Cross emblem, were due to evacuate over 100 civilians. The wounded included 3 charity staff, the International Committee for the Red Cross said. In the statement, they said they were shocked and appalled. Sudan's civil war between the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces is now in its 8th month. Earlier on Sunday, the East African regional body, the IGAD, said he had secured a commitment from both sides to implement a ceasefire and hold face-to-face talks. Arasia News bulletin in detail to end a recap of the top stories. House Speaker Dr. Buford Chambers underscores the need for sustained security structure amongst West African countries to combat terrorism. Montserrat County Senator Sir Joseph discloses the arrest of several individuals in connection to alleged looting of the Chinese Urban Rural Service construction area. Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives to hold a debate for those vying for speakership position at the House of Representatives. And off the home front, 2 people have been killed and 7 others injured in a deliberate attack on an aid convoy in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, the records said. That's RCR News Bulletin. I'm Augustine Sir. Good evening.
O'clock. The very next time you hear news on the station will be at 8 o'clock on tonight, by which time we'll bring you 45 minutes of news coming from our newsroom, Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. And today's Monday, having to be the 11th of December, and the year remains the same, 2023. If you're just joining us, this is how we'd like to welcome you to the program, the SKTV, and we are here up to 8 o'clock on tonight with your usual team, headed by Sekou Kane, Steve Bullet, and Sarah Mane, and the rest of the team. We are here, or Sarah Monk also, or Brazilian Monk. Yeah, so indeed, we are here. We have our guest and the team. We go for news break. So any moment from now on, I'll be joining the team so that we can continue from where we stop with our guest on today, talking about that lady that was beaten by some motorcyclists, and yes, indeed. So yes, so we are back after the news bulletin.
Thank you so much, Melbourne, and as always, thank you very much to the news team. I really enjoy the news as always. I want to say thank you to all of you for making that possible, and a big thank you to our fans and followers and well-wishers for sticking around and bearing with us to listen to the news bulletin. And I think the news bulletin is very good. There was a lot of meat in it, and some people don't like it, but every time we listen to the news bulletin, we learn new things. And kudos to the guys in studio. And Melbourne, thank you very much for making it possible. Hopefully, Madam Victoria Paulu Kokwe will come back. So while we await her to come back, I think it is concerning that such things will happen. Such a thing happening, then we are almost 1 month, and now we're just getting about it. With all the camera, with all the people, and then when listen, because the story here, we saw a recording on the social media about what we just heard. She was how she was asked as to who you voted for, and then from that, they invite you a motorball role. The story is not coherent. I'm just being honest. Whatever led to the beating of her, it was wrong for anybody to attack the lady and beat her, regardless of what the reasoning behind it. It was wrong, it was terrible, it was barbaric. But the information that we are getting as to what led to the actual action, only her can tell us. And the reason I'm saying that, to people who wants to make, people that want to make this thing political, beating somebody the way they did it had nothing to do with politics. In fact, asking somebody who you voted for when the election is supposed to be held the next day, that means who you voted for was in reference to what happened in the first round. But then to talk about who you voted for, leading to beating her by calling her multiple role, has no connection. It doesn't make sense. So, and to hear that some perpetrators were released on bail, we did not even know that people were arrested. Now that we have known that somebody was arrested, why would they release? Why would they release? It doesn't make sense to me that somebody who mercilessly beat somebody like that will be released without clarifying and knowing the true story and present it to the public. So, Sarah, why we for Victoria Kukwe to come back? Steve is here, but what do you make of this whole thing? Because when it comes to the development, on issues that we discussed earlier, we're going to go back to that after we talk. We finished talking to Madam Kukwe. I think she left the line already. So, Sarah, what do you think about this whole thing before we go to Steve?
Regarding the woman case, there's a kind of, I think, is very, very inappropriate. It's pathetic. The kind of thing should not be happening in our society. And with the kind of mob violence continuing to happen in the Liberian society, I don't see our country moving anywhere, because Liberians, we do not even love ourselves, and we have our own problem, and they should be condemned, and SKTV condemn it. Sarah Slemane condemn it as an advocate, not just a radio personality now, but as an advocate has always been. I condemn it to the strongest extent, and we demand justice for the lady for whatever that happened. I don't think she deserved what happened to her. And Ms. Akane, I will suggest that SKTV try to talk to her mother as well. We can make our rounds there to talk to the mother. Yes, but this is completely wrong. They should be condemned, and every Liberian should condemn it. She don't deserve it as a woman. And to all of our sisters and mothers and children, girls, children of this country, Liberia, we apologize, and it should be condemned as a kind.
Thank you, and I'm happy for the fact that you are suggesting SKTV reaching out. I personally really want that. I want you guys to go and find out as to what really happened. Possibly talk to the mother, talk to the daughter. If possible, we can talk to her whenever she becomes available to talk. Steve, I know you've been watching from the back. What say you?
Well, first of all, I want to say thanks to the Liberian people for following and for listening to SKTV. I want to welcome the senatorial candidate from Monserrato in the 2023 election that just passed. It's good to see you, Madam Kukwe, Victoria Kukwe. Good to see you, but also good to see you on a humanitarian venture. This is a good thing, to have women standing up in solidarity. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. To all the Liberian women, as always, the most beautiful women on earth. As evidenced by that, you can see Madam Victoria Kukwe in the studio there. The thing I laugh, look at Madam Victoria Kukwe, you will know that Liberian women are really, really beautiful for truth. Yeah. But anyway, let's get to the issue. I have a different take on this situation. The first thing I want to say is, I want to agree with Sarah that we Liberians can be our own problem. I'm afraid that this case might go nowhere. I'm afraid that nothing will be done. I'm afraid that we are in a place chasing down a rabbit hole again. Most recently, in our recent history, I would say this: the Liberian women, some of them will get there with me, but I've seen some Liberian women honor my women's interest, and that's disturbing and concerning to me. Some Liberian women, some Liberian women have undermined Liberian women's interests at large. I say this to say most recently we saw the situation with Vivian. Who remember Vivian and the other girl? Group of Liberian women group themselves instead of holding Vivian accountable. Similar situation. The only thing I was just one-on-one. Vivian openly took off Naomi's clothes in public, disgraced her, beat on her, and nearly got first. She could have killed that girl. Some Liberian women went and advocated for Vivian to be free. I saw that as an affront to womanhood. I saw that as women setting themselves up for failure. I saw that as that. When we said it here, some people got mad at us. Some people said all kinds of things. But women cannot undermine women's interests. I saw some women who got marital problems running around and making it low to say that it's time for them to send a resigning message to the world that they finally will be able to eradicate cheating or marital issues, which are found to be a disgrace. Those are who are Christians. If Abraham cheated, you able to take cheating baby away? So trying to kill somebody else as a solution, trying to disgrace another woman. Take off that woman clothes in public and beat on her. And you start I saw them talking about, oh, they will move from behind people, men. Ain't y'all passing around without police talk? Nothing happened to Vivian today. Is Vivian passing around making comedy show? Was she ever held accountable? Let me move forward to Jessica. Jessica was almost killed. Today, where is Jessica? Where is what the guy named the American guy? Where is he? I saw people passing around, making excuses, saying all kinds of things that were divided again on this issue. The reason I'm bringing these most recent events to your recollection, because I don't want us to keep making the same mistake as Liberians. We must be deliberate in what we do. We must not be selective. This idea of collecting money for people and thinking that the problem is solved, but then it doesn't solve the problem. In fact, we're putting them aid on an issue. When Jessica almost got murdered, I saw Liberians rescuing the American guy and talking to the police station. Liberians, can you imagine? They never went there to say anything. But in real life, when that woman was abused, I saw Liberians standing in crowd. They did nothing. No woman ever went there and stood there and said, you're beating and disgracing another woman. I will stand up for the woman. No woman ever did that. I'll challenge anybody to say any woman went there. All of them stood there. Those people almost killed that woman, and then today they want to pass around and say justice. You're wasting your time. You're not serious. You're not serious in our country. You're not relevant. While you're sat there, you're stood there, women stood there. They took out another woman's clothes. Not forget about what we saw on social media. You think if women have come and stood there and say you're disgracing one of us, you will kill all of us today, you think that people are going to continue? Everybody stood there like bystander, and even disgracefully, those men who stood there, those able-bodied men, stood there and allowed that woman to be disgraced. This is a problematic thing. It's bigger than what we think, and let's not politicize this thing. This has nothing to do with Joseph Barker. It has nothing to do with Unity Party. We might not politicize it as human being business. Especially disgracing a woman the way they disgrace that woman is very troubling. Very, very troubling. I want to leave it there. For me, I see it as us undermining ourselves, my people. We are undermining ourselves. The place we're supposed to stand up, we refuse to stand up there. Everybody should have stood up in that market that day for that woman, regardless of the wrong she did, take her over to the police. Instead of standing there and everybody videotaping, everybody turning camera man, camera woman, and it's videotaping and it's calling them and oh God, they almost killed a woman. Not go say that somewhere. You don't care about human being life. You don't. Because if you're clear, you guys would have intervened. Shame on everybody that stood there and allowed that to happen. Shame on them. I'll leave it there.
So, Steve, before you even, I know you're going to be leaving soon, but I want you to expand a little bit. You know, a few days ago, we witnessed something similar, but from different angle, wherein Liberians will sit supinely and do nothing, watching the fellow Liberian die. Just a few days ago, it was an incident where an SUV ran into a house.
Mm-hmm.
And the people were there standing by, more than 200 people, watching somebody under that car dying, and then nothing. The police were there in their numbers, and then nothing. All of them standing there saying they're waiting for a tow truck. Liberians, we are so hateful. We are so heartless to the extent that watching other Liberians dying, they see it as fun. So I agree with you 100%, Steve. The people do selective justice, reactionary behavior, picking and choosing as to which case they should actually take on, or which woman they should defend, or they should stand for. So if it's a CDC woman or CDC supporter, United Party people won't care. They will let her to die and care less about what happened. So if it's the United Party woman, CDC shouldn't care, and they will allow her to die because of political reason. And in fact, this whole money, raising money for this, for that, if you're going to do it across the board. If something happened to Vivian, if you want to raise money for Vivian, when you're happy to, marry, you do it for Mary. If you're happy to Fanta, you do it for Fanta. If you're happy to couple, you do it for couple. But picking and choosing, selectively helping or standing up for people, knowing that, if the total of politicize everything, is a huge level of hypocrisy. It's high level, the highest level of hypocrisy. If it happened to Peter, it should be bad. When it happened to Mary or John, it should be bad. But today, when you're happy to one person, if you have a problem with that, when you're happy to the other person, it's okay. So my question to you, Steve, before you go, because I know you're going to go, we're going to continue with this conversation with Victoria. But before you go, the development that we are getting, leading from Prince Johnson calling Jeremiah Kuhn, telling him you're the president, don't be afraid. If you try anything, we got your back. In fact, when you come back, we'll have some recruitment so you can have our own people protecting you. To the fact that Joseph Nima Boagai, incoming Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Sylvester Crispy, leaving for the United States, to come to meet Joseph Boagai because Joseph Boagai could not even able to do a video conference with them. With those developments, where are we headed as a country?
Yeah, Mr.
Yes. So, Sekou, I just wanted to say that before, if Steve is leaving, I just wanted to respond a little bit to some of his concerns he raised. I don't want to use the word accusation. I just wanted to, some of the concerns he raised. So I want to say the Liberian women are serious. We are serious people. Maybe circumstances comes at a time, and this is why our advocacy is not selective. If you listen to me from the beginning, I said this Vivian it touched my. Let me say Vivian about Dede case touched my heart because of the way I saw the video, the same way I condemn the killing, the beating of Joshua, the same way I condemn the killing of partisans of political parties during these campaigns. It's the same way I condemn even the Vivian case. I was one of the first people who took on Facebook to say that because people started to say, "Oh, she go behind somebody, man. How do we not be her?" But tell me, the lady didn't go behind somebody, man. Somebody went. If even it was somebody, man, went behind this girl. It is the somebody man that went and took the girl and brought the girl to his home. The girl didn't leave her home to go there. So I was one of those who took on, and people have a lot of things to say, both from either gender, whether Adam gender or Eve gender. Yeah, criticism came from everywhere. But listen, we are standing, and this is not going to. We starting now. We want to see justice for all of these people. The boy that were killed on the Somalia drive, we want to see justice for him. The people who were killed in Lofa that were beaten like snake, we want to see justice for them. Joshua, who was beaten and later died, we want to see justice for Joshua. We want to see justice for everybody. I just learned that even somebody was attacked again today around the Vatican. Somebody told me, no evidence, so I don't want to go deep into talking about that. We want justice for all of these people. We want security for our country. So this is why we are standing up. The last time when Madam Gloria Mususka's daughter issue happened, we took on, we protested around one group. So I thought from the beginning, I thought it was the entire Liberian women that were protesting. But we need to know that later on, CDC had their own protest. I reached out to them. When I heard that they were going to protest, I reached out to them. I said, because this thing should not be like opposition ruling party. When we are protesting, we should be protesting for a cause, and we all should stand by that protest. So I reached out to the CDC people. The lady I reached out to, she said, okay, let me talk with the organizers and I will get back to you. When she got back to me, she told me, say, the people say you will not build your senatorial profile on their protest, so they will not want you to be part of the protest. So you see that. So sometimes people feel that way, that as long as you are in this other political party, when protest is being organized, you should not be part of it. Sometimes you are in different category, you should not be part of protest.
So Vicky, let me just interrupt you for a second, because of time factor, we don't want to keep talking on one thing. I just want to inform you that Steve will talk, but SKTV criticism was kind of general. It was not directed at you as a person, we were trying to somehow reduce your advocacy. This was not about you as a person. We are speaking generally, and that is the tendency of our people. They do selective advocacy. They do selective, campaigning. They do selective raising funds for people that are victims of the same
circumstances,
but yet they treat everybody with different, in different manner. So it was not just you. This is something that we have always said. But you coming to also highlight some of the things that you have done. It's okay. We didn't know that you did all of those things. That also sets you apart from other people. So kudos to you for doing all of those things. But I think our criticism here is not directly about you, or it's not directed at you. It's about, we are speaking generally, as Liberians. But Steve, maybe you have something to say before you. And then respond to my question.
Let me make this point, and then I will answer your question. Then I'll probably leave you guys. I'll be very fast. To Madam Kokwe, thanks for all you do. And there is in no way, shape, or form I will condemn all the Liberian women. No, that's not true. I will never do that. There are some good Liberian women. That's why I was careful to say some Liberian women honor my women interest or women's agenda. And I said, shame on all those who stood that day in well length, whether you're a woman or you're a man, and saw that woman disgraced and beat, and you did nothing. You were cameramen, you were camera women that day on that thing. It's a disgrace. It's a shameful thing. And so, the Liberian women, there are some of them, I will say it today, that keep on upholding the standard, that keep on setting a path. They go across political lines and they do what they're supposed to do. But the only thing, unfortunately, they are in the minority. So it's hard to really, really see the effort being the button. But we pray that more Liberian women will join, and we hope that more Liberian women will see reason to not be divided on the issues of women advocacy. Prioritizing women and children in our country is very important. Just last night, Just last night I was reading the news when Sekou picked me up. I was reading the news. When Sekou picked me up in the airport, I was reading the news that there's a serious complaint that the women from Israel, they raped. So they have made it an international concern just to buttress the agenda of women around the world. That's what I want to say. But let me get to the question that kind of asking, because I think that question is pivotal. It's important for the country. I hate to talk the politics, but I would jump into the politics just a little bit. Mr. Kane, the first thing I want to say is we will be vindicated because the truth is the truth. We'll be vindicated. I don't care who goes against SKTV, who decide to go against us. We stand for the truth, and that's what we've always stood for. Whether you like us or not, whether you think we supported your candidate or we supported somebody else, that is your thought. You have rights to it. But the truth of the matter is this. The fact that this thing had to go to the point where Grace B would travel from Liberia to come and meet President-elect Joseph Yuma Boakai is a huge sign that, first of all, what we have reported on SKTV, which we have now retracted and we have no intent to retract, and will not retract it, is a fact. That is the first indication. The second indication about this thing also is this situation is getting grave and dire. I will say to the United Party, in Labro, this motion better than beefing. The sooner you can offer, and start telling the Labro, I wrote on my page this morning, we're not against the United Party. We're not against the Human Boakai. The same thing we saw in CDC, the deception, the lies, we don't want it. A part of the reason the Labrampo voted for Joseph Yuma Boakai. So please, I'm begging the Unity Party, I'm holding your 2 feet. Please be as transparent and as accountable. You will not die if you tell the Labrampo, say, the vice president is now okay, he went for treatment, that's it. You don't have to go into detail. That's it. So, being defiant, lying, attacking people, coming after people because we have reported what is.
It's not going to help you.
That you can't cover the pregnancy for too long. One thing better than breathing. Let me move forward to Prince Johnson's expression, the phone call or the conversation with Jeremiah Cohn. Let me say this, Mr. Kane, we are no SKTV to stand with people when you right, even in our disagreements, but we are also known to disassociate ourselves with you when you're wrong. I 100% support Prince Johnson in his conversation with Jeremiah Cohn. Prince Johnson, and I want to say to Jeremiah Cohn because he's watching it too. He's watching us. Mr. Jeremiah Cohn, Vice President-elect, soon to be president. Let me say this to you. You are the president. All power is invested. President-elect, all power is invested in you because the president-elect, when you were leading the nation, you told the world that you are in control of the government. You are in control of every decision and everything that goes on. So guess what? Prince Johnson was 100% right. What do you want to get for Prince Johnson for? So because Prince Johnson did wrong in the past. So when he do something or he says something that's true, we can say that's true. Prince, let me tell you something. I agree with you 100%. Jeremiah Cohn should not be afraid. Jeremiah Cohn should make decisions because he is the head of the elected presidency as we speak. And if anything happens, January 22nd, that Joseph Yuma Boakai cannot be inaugurated. If Jeremiah Cohn is inaugurated, Jeremiah Cohn evidently will make the decision. So the issue of jacking and being jittery, what are you afraid of? We told you before that if you vote for Joseph Boakai, you'll be voting for Jeremiah Cohn. The thing what we thought is not happening, we told shy away for it. I agree with him. I turn out for all of us to agree. Me, I agree. I support the Unity Party-led government. Let me tell you now. I support the Unity Party-led government. Whether Jeremiah Cohn is on, whether Joseph Boakai is on, I support that. The only thing I will not support is when it start to lie and it start to be deceptive, then we will speak the truth out. But anything outside of that, I agree. And the paper trail are there. Joseph Yuma Boakai signed up to it and tell everything what Jeremiah Cohn. So Jeremiah Cohn calls the shot. So you stop confusing our people, my people. What are you afraid of? Nima Kante, we move. Lofa Kante, we move. All our one Liberian people. So let's be talk about what is for Lofa. I for Lofa. So if somebody from Nima Kante will be president
and I'm from Nimba, so my brother is going to be president.
Exactly. That's not bad. At the end of the day,
we're with him.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're still supporting him. There's nothing wrong with it. So we agree.
I stand with your Michael.
And Jeremiah from Southeast too. So everybody in France.
Yeah, Melbourne, you gotta stand with me. You gotta stand with
Yeah,
me.
indeed.
Yeah, standing with Jeremiah Kun.
I support.
But the man was elected just as Joseph Parker was elected. People
Yes,
voted
indeed,
him.
100%.
As a matter of fact, Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson brought more votes from Nima County than Joseph Parker brought from Lofa.
Yes.
So Victoria should get there because you know, somebody from our country who's going to be president. Nobody said in my life or in America in hospital. We must get there. We praying for him in Lofa. We the looking we are praying. But if God forbid Joseph Bola cannot lead the country and he not make it to lead the country, Jeremiah can make it. Jeremiah can make it. What do you happen? We got to take it. That's what we voted for. You don't know election get consequences.
Yeah. Let's go back to Madam Victoria Kokwe. Since she was not here for politics, she's here for, you know, to stand up for the lady. So we don't want to push her into politics because she's not here for that. So, Vicky, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Okay. So now, because we were made for politics, especially me. But we're not going to continue with politics while you're here. So I want you to, you know, let us know what is going on now, what you guys intend to do moving forward, and what is your message to Liberian people and the women at large?
So we're talking about this mob violence. There should be more awareness about mob violence, the danger of mob violence. But what I don't know what we should say we intend to do, but what we are requesting for, we want a speedy trial of those people, the space or an investigation into this matter. But most importantly, we look at the traumatized mother, the traumatized daughter, and the survivor herself, because what the girl told me this morning that her mother, I will get back to her tonight after the show to know that the surgery went on. She told me that they were supposed to do some surgery on the eye because some of the veins I think were cut because of the kind of kicking and thing they did to her. And then I don't know the spanner or what the cord also somewhere got broken, and the intestines were getting swollen. So they needed more help. They needed a real advanced treatment. We know that other people have been trying to raise money, and they did raise some money that led to her going to Ghana because the family didn't have the money right away to go to Ghana. So some sisters are raising money, some group of people, both in the diaspora and here. But we just want goodwill people to step in. We need psychosocial counseling for all of them, the sister, the daughter, the mother. For the survivor herself, she's still undergoing treatment. So while at the hospital, I know she's getting counseling from the hospital. So those are things we look forward to see. We want to see actual speedy investigation into this matter, because we cannot have people taking the law into their hands. If we continue to do these kind of things in our country, sooner or later, Sekou, you will not be able to come here. I will not be able to step out of my house. And if that is happening, it means that investors will not come to this country. You cannot have a lawless country where somebody tell you hello. If you don't feel like speaking to the person will slap you. Somebody was giving me another story where a lady was going to the airport. She chatted a taxi. When they got to the rehab area, the traffic was too much. And the lady talked with the guy and said, even though I chatter you about, I beg you, let me pay you half of the money. Let me ride motor back to to go so that I can miss my flight. The guy said, okay, he got down to help the lady find a good bag. This guy came, he was wearing slippers. And the guy said, no, my man, you carry this woman all the way to the airport. You can't be wearing slippers. Let me take another person to carry the woman, somebody who is wearing shoes. This guy got vexed. He insulted the taxi driver, and he slapped the taxi driver. And the taxi driver too, they didn't hesitate to slap him back. And they fought. And group of motorcyclists jumped on this guy to beat. I don't know where is that case. Somebody was telling it to them. You know, when something happened, also you hear a whole lot of stories. People will come up with different stories to talk. So I do not want to go into those other stories. But we want to say our advocacy is not selective. We are not going to be selective. We have never been selective. We have worked in this field for over 20 years. Yes, doing the other the few ones that you just named, like Jessica, like Vivian at the time were running campaign. That was not a good movement for me to be into the advocacy, because like I told you, when I reached out to CDC women that were having they were having another protest for Councillor Gloria Mususka's daughter. When I reached out to them, they say I will not benefit from their protest from a senatorial bid. And a lot of people interview me. I told them, I said, look, I am not protesting because it is the daughter of the former Chief Justice. I'm not. I'm protesting for the loss of that child, not because she, her mother, it was a former Chief Justice. No, that's not what I am protesting for. So I look forward to working with all of the women of Liberia, whosoever. People in the diaspora. We reach out to some of our sisters in the diaspora already. We will keep the government feet to fire. If they do not speed up, we will protest. That I can assure you, we will protest. We will protest and protest and protest until we can get redress to these issues that are happening. And we're going to start now. And it is going to be immediate. We just try to put ourselves together. We wanted all of the facts surrounding this issue before we move ahead, because this issue is the principal one now in front of all of the cases. And you know, Sekou, right now, it's not like before. It's not like the time they used to be talking about Genghis Khan there, what went wrong, and how they call it, how they call the former defense, the former defense minister who died. All those things, the way they used to look for evidence. Right now, technology is showing everything. Everything is being shown by technology. So we have all of the evidence, but we wanted to know what led to the beating of the woman. But let's assume, even if that woman was a back rogue, she has been in the vanguard stealing people back. Is that the way to take the law in your hand? We said no. Sekou, just last week, Sunday, I was talking to some young people, and I said, no, this is wrong. And somebody said, among them said, that you're the human rights people there encouraging these roles then. So I told him, I said, what if you were passing and somebody just shouted roll, and people jump on you and beat you, and you are not a role? Just last week, Sunday, we were discussing this. And today we're talking about something like this. It could be me. It could be my mother went to the market and this happened. God forbid. It could be.
So Victoria, I want to say thank you. Sorry for cutting off. I want to say thank you for everything you do. So what I will advise is that, since we do not have all the information yet, but this is a good start. The fact that you are now going on radio and coming on social media and other areas to talk about this will create more awareness, and it will bring a lot of people, a lot of attention to this particular case. I want to encourage you to go ahead and do more research, more investigation, or get to the family and get more information, especially if we can talk to the person themselves. If you can talk to even not us, that will give you a clearer picture as to what really transpired. And beyond that, I don't want you to just, do the radio thing and social media. I want you to go beyond that. You guys need to find out as to the police officer that stepped on her, that kicked her. Police, they're supposed to be there to protect life and property. If they can be the one getting involved with this mock justice, that is unfortunate. So I think you guys should go above and beyond. And those people who, were arrested and later on free, people who sending money, I think they should spend some of those money on lawyers so that the lawyer can find out, they can relive the case so that, justice can be served. That's all I got to say about this particular thing.
Yeah.
And you have time, let us know. We can have a special show. Everything, 2 hours straight, just about this particular thing. So we can, have a lot of conversation on it so we can have more information to inform the Liberian people. But I want you to close because our time on the radio is limited.
Yeah, Mr. Kane, let me just say something in regards to that. Even the police station, the police commander who were on duty at that particular time that the woman was there, all these people, they got to be involved because like the police, like you said, the police there to protect life and property, but they were the one there, helping in more violence. Is completely wrong. It's out of order. It's very inappropriate. So the commander at that time and whoever the policeman and the police station, that particular depot and all, they should be involved in this particular investigation and be brought to justice.
Thank you so much, Saros. So, Madam Kwekwe, do you have anything to say last before we?
Maybe the last thing I would want to say is recommendation moving forward, because we're going to start what we're supposed to do to keep the government fit to fire, and we know that this government is already going by January 22nd next year. A new government will take over. President Joseph Yuma Boakai will take over. And we are encouraging President Boakai to have a responsible leadership of the police, a responsible leadership of the Ministry of Justice. And when I say responsible leadership, it means that a responsible leadership of the police. It means that this should trickle down at the depot level, the zone level, the depot level, where you have responsible, trained police officers at the police station, where when these kind of cases happen, the first thing that will come, because this is, look, Sekou, I come from a security background. My brother, a former SS. My grandfather, former military. My mother, a retired police. My sister, police. My late brother, the one that was just next to me. If I and my two other younger brother and sister, we are the only people that they didn't get into the security team. But besides that, with the kind of work I have done, I was also a security focal point for my organization for some years. So we understand all of these things. You have to have professional people at these places, because this is where everything starts from. Before it reaches the police IG or the Ministry of Justice or the court, the damage is already done. And this is exactly what happened to Dede. This is exactly what happened to Joshua. This is exactly what happened to the boy on Somalia Drive. This is exactly what happened to the people in Lofa. This is exactly what keep happening. So we need a very, very good leadership. And I believe President Joseph Yuma Boakai in 2024 will have a responsible government, and these entities will be headed by responsible people. We look forward to it. We will not hesitate, Sekou. We will not hesitate. The same thing we are doing today, we will not hesitate to do it. If anything goes the contrary, we will keep the government feet to the fire. Thank you.
You have to, Sekou, you are muted.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we are running out of time. We're not going to continue, with whatever we're doing because we can't do it one-sided. We want to make sure we are online in Liberia and in the diaspora. We will stop at where we were in terms of giving a development about our president-elect and the vice president-elect. But before we leave the radio, Mabon, I want to say thank you to you and to the Liberian people, to also inform the Liberian people that SKTV, we are not proud of this development. We are not taking pride in any of these things, especially when it is negative. We will let positive information, we let positive news. But our people, they gravitate more towards negativity than positive. In fact, when we were talking, in as much as I don't care about viewership, because I know a lot of people can come watch later on, but we were talking about the development, about what's going on. It went to 1,000 people watching. As soon as the lady come to talk about justice for another Liberian, guess what? We went down to 600. So, that's the kind of Liberia that I don't want. People should gravitate towards positive things. Well, anyway, we'll be on the radio tomorrow, but we'll continue the show on SKTV Live. We'll continue the show on YouTube and Instagram. So
thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, and good night. So, folks, there you have it. The time check is nearly 2 minutes, climbing up to.
So, yes, Cyrus. Now, everybody left us, me and you now, and our audience. My question to you: if Prince Johnson can call and tell Jeremiah Kung you're the president before he being inaugurated as vice president, before even Boagai can legally and legitimately say, agree to, to say now he is incapacitated. Before even that, Prince Johnson is now telling the man, you're the president, do what you're supposed to do. If you try anything, we got your back. What's going on?
Mr. Ghana,
what do you expect? How this thing going to look like?
Mr. Ghana, but this is not a news. SKTV has once more been vindicated again. SKTV made this that with a Jeremiah Kun on the ticket with the former Vice President Joseph Yema Boakai, it makes no difference that Jeremiah Kun is automatically the president. In fact, Prince Johnson is the de facto president because the senator of Nema County, Prince Johnson, he controls Jeremiah Kun. He tells Jeremiah Kun what to do. Jeremiah Kun look up to him as a mentor, as a father, and this is no surprise. This is why Liberian people sign up for. But kind of the people sign up for this. And we said this time to our number, but Liberian people, Liberians, one of the things is we are our own problem. This country will not move forward until Liberians themselves start to accept reality. Liberians themselves start to think outside the box. Because the thing is, we all know, we all complain. And like we always said, sickness is everybody's business. Everybody gets sick. Nobody pray for one to get sick. Nobody pray for that. But everybody make reference to the former vice president, the president-elect, Joseph Boakai health condition before he got into this thing, before even the campaign. Even Jeremiah Kun is on tip making same statement, making reference to the same thing, that the former vice president are now well. So this is no news. This is not strange. The Liberian people stand up for this thing. And Prince Johnson, automatically Prince Johnson going to be, and Mr. Kane, this is the moment that Prince Johnson he been waiting for. This is the moment that he could not wait to come. And this time has come for him. So obviously, Prince Johnson cannot even wait to steer the affairs of this country. And it's scary to see a Prince Johnson steering the affairs of our country. It's scary. A Prince Johnson who need to account for all of the atrocity that he caused this country. All of the atrocity with the kind of bitterness Liberians are bitter. With a Prince Johnson participating in the 14-year civil unrest, Liberians are still bitter. There are a lot of Liberians who are still bitter.
So could this be
yes,
a goodbye to the whole idea of war and economic crime court if Prince Johnson going to be the one, making the decision? So that means we're going to say goodbye. We can kiss a goodbye to the idea of war and economic crimes court.
Of course, Mr. Connor, how sure are we, even if the president-elect is well, how sure are we that he even going to bring the war and economic crime court? With a Prince Johnson,
but at least people be thinking that Joe Biden can do it because Joe Biden can betray anybody. So he could betray Prince Johnson then whatever and do it. But now that Joseph Boakai may not likely be in the picture when it comes to decision making, that means if Prince Johnson is going to be the one controlling Jeremiah Kun, that means there's not there will be no need, no idea, no conversation about war and economic crimes court. Because
Mr. Kane, it will just be a waste of time because if Prince Johnson is the one who single-handedly picked Jeremiah Kun and made him head of the MDR, it's the same Prince Johnson that took Jeremiah Kun and held him in the Makante, he became representative. The same Prince Johnson took him and made him senator. Mr. Kane, this is the biggest joke in the history of our country. If you think that Jeremiah Kun will be steering the affairs of our country for 6 years and you expect war economic crime court, that's not going to happen. It's a very good bar until a new government is sent to power. But until then, we're not going to. There will be nothing even to call war economic crime court. And the Liberian people sign up for this thing, Mr. Connor. SKTV has one more being, vindicated because the Liberian people sign up. We all know that the president-elect was not well. Leman Bowie was one of the first person on her Facebook page to take onto her Facebook page and make the Liberian people. And she even said that from a very good faith, from a good standpoint, from a good faith that since the vice president or the president-elect is her uncle, she said, and she was cautioning the family of the vice president, the former vice president, that this man should pay attention to his health instead of paying attention to becoming a president because it will not yield no good fruit. And here we are. And she was being insulted by the same thing that Steve just said. Liberians, we are deceitful. The women of this country are very selective. Liberian women were on Facebook insulting this woman day and night only because she's
not Liberian women. Say some Liberian women.
Yes, some. I mean, when I said that, other people can feel offended. Okay, Mr. Kane, let me use the English. A lot of them from the United Party angle were insulting this woman. Men were insulting this woman. And Liberians were insulting, a lot of Liberians were insulting
even Costa attacked the woman because by that time Costa used to be,
were supporting them. Yes.
With Joseph Barker. Costa attacked the woman, I saw it.
Yes. They all attacked Madam Bowie for saying the truth. And what she said, her revelation, Mr. Kane, we live in a reality. This is a clear reality. Only with the United Partisans who are living in denial. But this is a very clear reality. And you can't take this because Jeremiah Kun is the president-elect. And he's going to be the one to steer the affairs of our country for the next 6 years. And with Jeremiah Kun, Prince Johnson, there will be no war economic crime court. Let's leave that war economic crime court with Jeremiah Kun being the president after Joseph Boakai is in the absence of the president-elect Joseph Yima Boakai. There will be no war economic crime. This is the biggest joke of our life. Yeah. So you hearing Prince Johnson, and Mr. Kane, this is a moment that the senator of Nimakante could not wait for. Prince Johnson contested 2005. Prince Johnson contested 2011. And Prince Johnson now, because he believed that Liberian people could not take him, bring Jeremiah Kun. And it was in his favor that Jeremiah Kun, being a son to Prince Johnson, going second to the former vice president or the president-elect, and knowing, fully aware of the president-elect, health condition. So it was something that he could not wait for. So we all said this. This is a de facto, Prince Johnson is a de facto president of this country for the next 6 years in the absence of the president-elect, according to the constitution of our country, that if the president is incapacitated, based on that, Prince Johnson will be the de facto president. And there is nothing we should be thinking of, or the Liberian people should ever think of, that there will be a World Economic Crime Court. No, there will be not, because Prince Johnson has been in the house. And in fact, this is tenure. If he ends this tenure, will make him 27 years as senator of Nima County. And he has been involved with all of the corrupt practices in the upper house, that is the Senate. There is no brown envelope that ever passed that Prince Johnson has not been involved with. So what an economic crime court will be in breeze.
Thank you. Thank you, Cyrus. Brazilian Monk, welcome, man. How you doing?
What's up, Sekou? What's up, Cyrus, and the rest of the listening audience? What's going on today? I came late.
Yeah, you came late, but
I'm good.
SKTV is reporting that Prince Johnson is calling Jeremiah Kung already president, telling him to stand his ground. And anything happening, the guy is back. And that when he comes back to the country, we believe Jeremiah Kung is supposed to get back in the country today. That they were even thinking about recruiting some of their own people to protect him. That they don't trust the current security. They don't trust people around Joseph Boakai. So also developing is that Sylvester Crispy going to be coming to the United States for the fact that they could not have actually good conversation with Joseph Boakai, like a Zoom calling and stuff like that. If somebody, for the fact that the guy to be the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs to be traveling to the United States at this time, instead of the vibe, we hear news of the president going back, but some people going to him, coming to him. What does that say?
So for the standard that SKTV has said so far on the social media platform, the information that information is not breaking news. When you project things and they happen, it cannot be breaking news again, except for the people that live in denial. And I told you, every time people say that SKTV is giving fake news, they are just confirming their own fear, because they knew about this fear before signing up for it. So for me, it's nothing new. It's nothing strange. It was expected. And, I believe in this. I believe in the Asian philosophy they call Stoicism. One thing Stoicism teaches you is emotional control, and that you shouldn't focus your energy on things that is beyond or are beyond your control. That's what it tells you. I mean, we cannot change the outcome of an election. They sign up for this. They get Jeremiah Kung and Prince Johnson, and Sarah said it right. Jeremiah Kung is a puppet of Prince Johnson. So technically, Prince Johnson is your president, and Jeremiah Kung will be the vice president. For the fact that he's taking directive from Prince Johnson, it makes Prince Johnson your president. And they knew it. They saw it. They signed up for it. So who am I to question the will of the Liberian people, the majority, at least according to the result? So everything happening now, it gets like the replay. SKTV believe in replay. You make the case, you set the platform, they will come. I told you, I said after the election, the number is going to increase, right? Because they cannot stomach the truth. They will go to other platforms. Our Liberian people, I told you, they got itchy ears. They are not interested in the truth. They're not interested in the fact. They are interested in yellow journalism. They want sensational news and things that play to their own emotions. So they will run away from the platform. But at the end of the day, the truth, you cannot hide the truth. One thing about the truth and the lie is someone that can lie, we always have to remember what they said in the past. When we are speaking the truth, you don't have to worry about what you said in the past, because you know what you say in the truth, so you don't keep track of the time and what you said in the past. So for us on this platform, we could care less. We have nothing to worry about. The people that are worried, the people that are jittery, are the ones that were living in denial from day one. So they are consoling their own self, but they want to play the psychological game, be like, oh, SKTV, every day is Joseph Boakai. No, every day is not Joseph Boakai. When you live in the information age, when you talk about news about events that are happening. So if Joseph Boakai is in the 24/7 media cycle, who do you expect for people to talk about? It's just common sense. But they will accept the reality. Prince Johnson will be that president. Second, here's the scary part. Nobody wishes anything bad on Joseph Boakai. I want him to recover. I want Joseph Boakai to live, to see his full potential, and to leave this planet when God himself is ready for Joseph Boakai. But we tell people, this is one of the most stressful jobs. Let me tell you, 3 of the most stressful jobs in this world. A medical doctor, a presidency, and the people they call day trader. You see those guys that own Wall Street, That's why they pay them a lot of money. All of them got blood sugar. Because when you take your client money and put it on the market, in the market that is unpredictable, you worry. They go home. That's why they get bald-headed in no time because they stress. You look at Joseph Boaga age and physical condition. Do you think he's able to handle the stress of a presidency? So even the job itself will kill him. Let me get in one example. Bill Clinton, look at how Bill Clinton look like now. And Bill Clinton, one of the youngest president at the age of 42. Look at how the stress of that job made him to look almost 15 years older than his real age. And you telling me a man with preconditions, with a bunch of preconditions, including diabetes, will be able to handle that job. Jeremiah Cohen, Prince Johnson, our next president, vice president, that's it. Whether you like it or not, it's the reality you will live with. The elections are over. We don't care. For some of us, we ain't got nothing to worry about. We made our choice. You made your choice. You won. But the thing is, I keep telling people, winning an election, like, bro, it's not auto because we don't have a history of making better decisions. So sometimes losing an election in like, bro, actually makes you a winner because you know what to expect in the very end. And that's just why it is. It's nothing more.
Monk, you know, you don't cease to amuse me. Your analysis are, you know, up to the roof. But let you didn't actually expand more on the idea that the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs for Boakai traveling to come to the United States after when they couldn't get along in Ghana. In fact, something that I didn't say while we were on the radio about something going on in Ghana. While people were planning to leave Ghana because they're not getting along, there were other people rushing to Ghana, bringing their CV to present it to Jeremiah Cohen.
That's why it's all about job for them.
Yeah, I didn't even say that while we're on the radio, but you know, we'll talk more tomorrow on the radio. But I mean, and then now they're not getting. Imagine the president-elect's son going to Ghana to go and be part of what's going on with Jeremiah Cohen. He too looking for space, just in case. So, but what do you make of the fact that the man who is the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, who we talked about the last time he was in Ghana there in, you know, in that hotel that we call the name, now he is headed to the United States to meet with Boaga because they wanted Boaga to make a decision. They say Boaga was okay. And they try to do Zoom conference with him. There's no way. It was not possible. That's why the man is traveling to come to the United States. So what does that say about everything we have reported? And these guys are yet to come up with anything, tangible proof to say otherwise.
They will not debunk anything that is being said on SKTV because I keep saying the average when it comes to accuracy on SKTV is anywhere between 90 to 95%. When you're in the news media cycle, not everything. Sometimes you will get some information that when you go and counter check, they might be off here and there. But you know, one of the cliches is whenever there is a rumor, maybe your rumors might not be 100% accurate, but there's some element of truth because nobody can get create story out of thin air. Now, if you got a so-called secretary, I mean, how they call it, Minister of State or Presidential Affairs hovering between Ghana and America, it just tells you about the state of control. Who wants to run the show? You know, if the president-elect son can inject himself all his own, but constitutionally, Jeremiah Cohen has nothing to worry about because he knows by document and paper enshrined in the Constitution, it gave him that right. Matter of fact, when Joseph Boaga was dedicating his tax, he didn't call his son. He gave it to Jeremiah Cohen. And that's their fear. Because, you know, for them, it's all about stealing, it's all about job. The moment Jeremiah Cohen is given that mantle of authority, the protocol changed. So it means he will be looking out for his people. And the Unity Party people at that stage, they become number 2 on the ticket instead of them running the show. So that's why they fear is all about. People are scrimmaging for control. The Boaga group and the Jeremiah Cohen group, that's just what it's all about. So when you are telling Labrin people that, oh, the incoming or how they call it, Minister of State is coming back to the US. Yeah, it gets consultation is like who is going to control. But at the end of the day, when the dust settles, Jeremiah Cohen and Prince Johnson are going to run the show, because the stressful nature of that job won't even permit Joseph Boakai to adequately execute the office of president, even if he was to recover, because the pressure, that job, his health just cannot handle it. The age just cannot handle it. He's not in the prime of his life to run the show, especially with a lot of expectation. And don't forget, Sekou, there's what makes Joseph Boakai job very hard. The expectation is set too high. Whether it's on an economic front, whether it's economic and war crime code, whether it's about accountability, it's just too much for him to handle. So at the end of the day, we will argue, we'll do our analysis, but when the dust finally settles, it will be Jeremiah Cohen and Prince Johnson running the show, and we will live with it. That's the beauty of democracy, you know. You make your choices and you live with the consequence of your decision. That's just it. You can't do anything.
Yeah, before I go to Osiris, let me say something. Somebody asked, I think it was Rosalind Cooper, asking whether Joseph Boakai going to be at Rescue Mission Victory Party in Maryland this weekend. Last week, when we broke the news, we were told on this same very network that SKTV will be made shame that Joseph Boakai is going to be this one weekend, going to be in Philadelphia for an event. We prayed that will, I came on air, I said, I'm praying that will happen. I'm praying that we will be proven wrong, that nothing happened to the president. He's okay. But you know what? That didn't happen because of the condition of the former vice president. Again, if they are planning another program this weekend in Maryland, let's pray that his condition will improve, that he will make it, that he will be in a stable condition to go to a party, to go dance. Hey, God. You know, Dylan wrote something the other time when I said I couldn't agree more. You can pretend about a situation. You can either you are ignoring a situation, but you can never ignore the consequences of that situation. I'm praying that Joseph Boakai will be fine. He will go to that place and party. If they can just prove us wrong to say yes, all the information we're giving are not true, Joseph Boakai is okay, he never been to the hospital, if everything is okay, and Joseph Boakai can just go back just now and go have the inauguration, I'll be very happy. But for what we know, and as of yesterday, he is not able to do that. In fact, when they decided that they felt like the information that was leaked on SKTV, when they felt like, you know, there was a breach, they wanted to take him out of the hospital through the personal vehicle. Guess what? That was not possible. He was removed from that hospital in an ambulance. I didn't want to say that. So those who are saying that they can go to party, let it be lying to the Liberian people. You shouldn't make me to talk. Tell you things I don't want to say. But from what we know, based on information available to us, that is far away from reality. Very, very far. If it happens, maybe things have improved, which will be good. I would be very happy to see that. But the possibility, very slim. So Cyrus, before we go to Monk, I think Monk going to come back. We just lost him. Imagine Joseph Boakai miss the inauguration. Look at the other guy, Randall Thomas. He said, please talk, man. Yeah, you're the hypocrite. He said, please talk, man. You want me to talk? You may move from here? So, so imagine that the former vice president, does not make it to the inauguration. Then what happened?
Mr. Kane, automatically, once the former vice president doesn't make it, or the president elect doesn't make it to the election, to the inauguration, sorry, the vice president becomes the president according to the constitution.
Yeah, but the way they already started fighting the man, so how are they going to do it? How things going to go on?
Mr. Kane, there is nothing. Mr. Kane, a lot will happen, but there is nothing they can do about it because the fundamental law of the country gave him the right. So they're just going to be fighting, and all the power will be embedded into Jeremiah Kun as the president of the country. And I can tell you, with a Prince Johnson behind Jeremiah Kun, Mr. Kane, party people will only cry, empty cry around here. Prince Johnson is not a regular guy you think you can play with. This man is not the regular guy, Mr. Kane. So automatically, the vice president becomes the president. Jeremiah Kun runs the affairs of the country, and Jeremiah Kun will be the president. Party people will only be crying in empty noise. And the show has already been stolen from them. And to a lot of the supporters of the Unity Party and think that SKTV will pray for the evil of the president. Let me tell you, I one person who do not pray for that. And SKTV don't pray for that. For the fact that we want to see the governing process of the former vice president, we don't pray for any bad thing to happen to him. Because the former vice president made us to understand that during his 12 years serving as vice president of this country, he said he was packed. In fact, he said the vice president position, and Unity Partisan argued that it is a ceremonial position. That means he did not have the authority to make decisions. For this reason, we want to see how he will rule our country, how he will govern our country. Since now the power of the amount of authority has been given unto him. So nobody pray for it. But on the other hand, there's nothing we can do about it because we all know, and the former vice president said admitted on camera, he admitted to the Liberian public that he was not well. He was living on pacemaker. And the Liberian people themselves knew this and they voted for him. So we don't pray for evil for the former vice president. Let me tell you, it's very, very pathetic that we will be discussing our president-elect in this way. I mean, like, why he has not even taken power? It's very pathetic. But what we can do, what can we do, Mr. Kane? It is what it is.
I'm sorry. One of the, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so one of our stakeholders just reminded me that our people should subscribe to SKTV Facebook channel. When you tell people you go subscribe, they think that YouTube subscription is free. But SKTV subscription is not free. It's making you to commit to support SKTV $5 a month. You're going to say $4.99, but I can just call it $5. So she just reminded me that we should remind our people. But like I promised, I say it will not hit 200 subscribers. Right now, we're looking at on the screen here, we're looking at 642 people watching. And these are regular human beings. They're not thinking they can go take from over there and yank up on the screen. Yeah, this is
Indian people.
Yeah, they're not Lebanese or Indian people. They're also people there from Vietnam. Because the Vietnamese didn't want to play the
Vienna.
Yeah,
Vienna.
Yeah. So
Pakistan.
what we're saying here, if last time I checked, we asked for at least 200 people, but we were at least at 40. And kudos to those people who actually subscribed to SKTV. It's easy. The link is right there. As soon as you come on, you will see the link. All you need to do, click on the subscribe now, and you will see all the incentive. You will see the reason why it's important. And you can go ahead and subscribe. But we only have 40 people right now as subscribers. We say, but tomorrow we don't get 200. I'm saying I'm going to take a sabbatical. Other people talk to me not to do it. The show will be on. Saros and Steve there and other people will come on, but maybe Saros will not come on because Steve wouldn't come on the weekend to be on fully. So the show will be there, but I'm the only one that making that the decision that I will not be on. And the reason is that I'm protesting. I'm protesting to say that okay, you guys don't value SKTV and what we do.
Mr. Kana, you want to protest my birthday week? You know Sunday is my birthday.
Which Sunday?
They come in Sunday the 17th.
Yeah, but then you fall down inside because we're going to be raising money for your birthday too. At least one day, but you fall down inside. Unfortunately, your birthday fell at the wrong time. So a lot of people have not, at least if we say, we're going to get 200 people subscribing, at least we could get at least 100, 150 people by the day. At the end of the day, then I would say, people are still adjusting. People are getting, to understand the whole process. But some of you being giving $20, $10 here to us here, sometimes every week, sometimes every other week. We're telling you $5 for a whole month. Then you are, dragging your feet. Yeah, but it's, not to, discourage or be disingenuous to people who already subscribe. I want to say thank you, but let's encourage other people to subscribe to SKTV. Yeah, it's important to us.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, the $10 you give us here, that one will go for a whole 2 months. The $15 you get, that one whole 3 months. The $50, that one a whole 5 months. You see? But as long as it's coming that way in that order, we want it. Because we want the number of subscribers we get, it gives us different layout when it comes to participation on Facebook. Facebook respect that. Facebook understand that. And this idea of subscription is the largest opportunity for Facebook. Facebook can provide to people. We don't have to process anything. Your credit card, we don't see it. Whatever card you're using, we don't even know how it looks like. The only thing we can see is your name and your email address. Should we send you a message to tell you thank you? We don't even know how the process is being carried out. It's Facebook that doing it. It only gives us the opportunity to have that extra income at the end of the day, at the end of the month. We can be able to pay some bills. We have to send some money to guys back in Liberia. But at least it shows commitment. It shows commitment and care about our platform. We're not forcing anybody, but we're just telling people who love SKTV, who support SKTV, who believe in SKTV to subscribe. All the other people, they can come and go. You don't mind them. As a matter of fact, it comes with different opportunity. Let's say, for example, it gave you the opportunity to even have a separate show. We can go live right now, and once you're in the subscriber group, it only goes to people who are subscribers. They won't be able to see it. Nobody else can see that show, except when they decide to send it to inbox to send people. But only subscriber can see it. Facebook, the one that can do that. We don't do it. Besides, there will be a lot of opportunity to us to have a say in SKTV, what we do. Also, if you have business and you're a subscriber, you are automatically a part of it. Will advertise your business for free. Imagine your business going to 456,000 people for free.
Yeah.
Just for $5. That's a big deal. If it is your birthday, unless we don't know, if we are informed of your birthday, we will celebrate your birthday on SKTV. just for giving us
You
$5.
get on the world stage.
So it is a lot of there are a lot of opportunity, incentives, and there will be time too. We'll be selling our t-shirts, hot, and things. So SKTV subscriber will get extra price. So there are a lot of things we're going to be doing. And even when we got a radio station in Liberia, our subscribers will have special time that every now and then our crew will be sending out shout out to all of the subscribers,
Right.
and telling them thank you. Will you have personal connection? You have direct contact with SKTV. If something going on, you want anything to happen in SKTV, all you need to do, just let us know. So this is an opportunity given to us by Facebook, not us. We're talking about here, stakeholder thing. But at the same time, Facebook went and approved us that, you don't have to do anything. We're not processing your credit card. We don't even know what's going on with it. So all we do, they want to tell us, these are the people that are subscribers. If you choose for us not to call your name, we'll not call your name. But you have a lot of opportunity. Whether you're having baby naming ceremony, you want to advertise it, you want the world to know, we'll put it on. If you're having a baby shower, you want the world to know, all you need to do is just send us the information. SKTV will publish it for you. So you will be on top of the world. If you count 5 major platforms, social media platforms in Liberia, and even those on radio, SKTV will be among the first 3 or the first 5, if not the first 2. I know what I'm talking about. And the competitors also knows it. They know exactly what's going on.
Mr. Kane, SKTV is the second biggest platform. The Spoon event is I think 3,000 or 2,000 some more. That's just the difference between we and Spoon.
Who said we should call them back? Yeah, the last time I checked, we were at 456,000.
Yeah.
The Spoon was around 459,000. I'm not sure that time. So if you count by that, SKTV should be second largest, second biggest social media platform, Facebook.
Right.
But all of the network, all of it.
In the Liberian community, yeah, sure. We are the second biggest.
So, yeah, somebody's Henry say we should call. One, I think that's my boy Henry Brisbane. I'm not sure that he's talking to me or he's talking to somebody to call him back.
So, Mr. Kane,
yeah.
So, today let's go back to the United Party people think. Mr. Kane, if the United Party people think that this woman or SKTV is lying, why is it that the people were not to the certification program? Why this woman silent has been for a very long time? I mean, like, come to think of it, Mr. Kane, these people are very, very deceitful, man.
So somebody just want to tell us that we should send them to safekeeping. Yeah, so we are not competing with anybody when it comes to running our show. Every day we compete with ourselves to do better than we did yesterday.
Right.
And that's why we are making progress. But in the eyes of Liberians, once you are doing similar business like other people are doing, that means you have competitors. Some of you kicking brain and peanut brains, you are not equipped enough to understand that. We are not throwing out there competition. We're telling you what is fact. Go and check followers of SKTV and go and check followers of any other media platform. You will find out that SKTV is the real deal. And we have consistent and responsible followers. Consistent and responsible and value. Level-headed people. That's why SKTV is different. All that your insult costing what you can be doing on the platform there, they are not acceptable here. We don't allow here because we have value. We have important people that they don't talk, they don't write, they don't say anything. Somebody can write. But we have people that follow SKTV, that respect SKTV, that are leaders, former leaders. We have former presidents watching SKTV, political leaders, ministers. We're not talking about you put your beheaded chicken in that can kind and just write anything they want to write just to satisfy themselves, or to satisfy their masters. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about real people, regular people. That's why we're not in the business of going to buy extra view to make it look like we're having 1 million people watching us. Misleading ourselves before misleading the people.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you follow the improvement of the platform. If you have had platform before, ask those people who have platform before, they will tell you. To grow to get 100,000 followers enough fun. To grow to get 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 followers. It's not easy. You don't value it because you don't know. In America here, if you meet somebody, tell them, say, I got this much followers, they'll be like, no, that's not true. In America here, when they see people, public figure getting followed, whether on Twitter or on any major social media platform, they follow them in million, 2 million, 3, 4, 5 million, they respect them. That's when they start asking them to run for office, including representative, senator, or president, or vice president. Because when you run for president, if you can't get it, most likely somebody will be looking at you for vice presidency. But some of you don't even know. So I don't really blame you guys. Social media is very powerful. Media as a whole, media is very powerful. You should thank God that SKTV is here, at least as the only platform for now that is giving you information, unfiltered information. We don't care how you feel about it. We don't care how you receive it. Our job is to make sure we give the Liberian people the needed information. And that's exactly what we do. If you stay in pain because of the campaign, continue to live in history. Continue to live in the past. We are moving forward. We are making progress. So everybody, go and subscribe to SKTV Facebook. It's easy. We have the link right there on SKTV. Even by the time you open your phone, the far left, the first thing you're going to see there, that's the subscription button. The second thing you're going to see is a share button. Or stars. So make sure you do that. You shouldn't mind the people there.
There's a kind of laughing because I know Tara. It's not looking for red. Tara, make it clear. I'm not even.
It's okay, man. You don't have to respond to that. You don't have to respond to that. you used to be on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody will also explain to the audience how they can subscribe. It's very easy. You see your phone here. When you open the phone, I'm looking at SKTV right now. On this side, on the left-hand side, on this side, when you open the phone to you, your phone in front like this, the left-hand side, there's a button there. The first button there that is subscribe button. The next button to that is the share button. The way I'm looking at, if you already subscribe, you want to show share. But if you have not shared, or if you have not sent star or anything, when you open it, the first thing you will see will be subscribe button. You will see star and you will see share. Share button, the one with the arrow like this. Subscribe button is just little triangle with heart in it. And once you click it, it will walk you through how to subscribe. It's very easy. We don't want just you to subscribe, but also share with your friends encourage them to subscribe to support SKTV. $4.99 a month, and they come with a lot of incentive. That's, you can't beat that. We had option to go for $9.99. We say no. We had a conversation on ourselves. We said this shouldn't be focused on money only, but let's make it easier for the people. $4.99, that's like $5 a month. With everything we do, with all the information we provide, and the information that you're going to also be sharing, whether it's business, whether it's your programs, or anything you want to do, we're doing it for you for free. If you don't know the importance of media, then you should overlook this opportunity. At the end of the day, after certain time, we will make adjustment on the price of subscription. But I want to say thank you to all of you. Maybe I will come on tomorrow. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow, but I'm not sure. Because I said I was going to take a break if I don't get that number of people. I will see what happened between now and tomorrow morning. Because the last time I checked with 40 people. So we're still going for 160 people. Let me see if we can get to 100 by tomorrow morning or 2 or 150. Yeah, come on. If I don't get that, then
Never. Our business are Eugenia making me laugh.
What Eugenia
say? She said, but she hospital room number.
I will not say. I will share with her. I will share with her. It will impact. I will not share with her. Eugenia, you see? But you know what? Eugenia don't just subscribe.
Yeah, she did.
Because we say it. But Eugenia, one of the people that have been supporting SKT from behind the scene, whether we ask or not, sometimes there are a lot of them. I don't want they don't let me to call their name. Sometimes they will just, send something, send 1 year to the children for data. So now they will send money, say, okay, my contribution for to pay SKTV bill. Some of them do that. And that is 10 times more than the subscription. But the reason we tell people they want to show your commitment. It also encourages other people to subscribe. Otherwise, those people there are a lot of people here, man. Ben subscribe, Ben not subscribe. Ben is a stakeholder, but Ben got to subscribe. The other conversation here, if you not subscribe, I will put it on blast every day when I come here. Because why? He's one of the pioneers of SKTV. But if they not subscribe, then Eugenia, I'll tell Eugenia to block him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Myself, I
will block on SKTV if he doesn't subscribe. All the support thing what you been doing behind the scene, we can waste everything because we are part of the ungrateful.
That's what I was.
Ungrateful people, they know it's not what. That is not what. Ungrateful people, yeah, because in our country.
Bang, my business are just so she listened to me. So Mano Gorin Sano County. So if you can subscribe.
And my sister Madeline is here to subscribe. I didn't see her name on the subscription list. Yeah, but some people here, I like to call them.
My younger.
Yeah, Madeline had to subscribe because there's some people that got to call their name because my sister there and brother, but if they don't subscribe there, I will put them on the blast. But sorry, my man, we gotta go.
Yeah, I take exception to you telling that you gotta take a sabbatical. You can take a sabbatical when your son's birthday is Sunday. So whatever the bitter pill say, you gotta swallow it. Sunday is my birthday, so you can go anywhere.
What that time? I don't know. A time saying. He said next time I should call Nihuning. I don't understand it. Hold on 1 second.
Aaron, who should look for you? Aaron is saying someone should look for him.
Maybe you already subscribed. But I hear him, Aaron Bestman there. That man, he's the one to put it to give me in trouble when we started. We'll do it on the phone. He's my buddy. The man before that is that. we are not making.
Oh, that.
You see love it, we are face.
But
You're not making.
you know, make it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my boy already did, man. That's why I'm gonna tell you, she look for a thing. It just pop up. And few people already did it with him right here. 4 people did it with him just now. So I'm not gonna call their name, but my boss said she look for a name. My boy, your name here, my man. Yeah, the other person, Tom, or Tom. I don't know whatever your name is.
You need Tarrant.
No, I don't know that Tarrant, that Tom, whatever that name is. The person looking for trouble. You want me to put you on blast, eh? You not can register. You call it, you not can subscribe.
Oh my.
Yeah. That mess out of woman.
That man. But you see that man.
How do you spell the name?
It's Tarrant. T-A-R-N.
Yeah, it's Tantan.
It's Tarrant. It's T-A-R-N.
Is it Tantan? Yeah.
Where the Ishmael say? Ishmael Amara.
The Ishmael Amara that the man I got to, but go first man. Remember what I mean, but you know how to write Maningo. You got 2 first names, Amara, Amara. He won't pretend to be Maningo man, but he doesn't know. Let me tell you, go take one last name, at least move the one of the either move Ishmael or move Amara. So
one of my business there, one my crew says there, Beverly Pajibo. Yeah, fire.
Yeah, the fire for fire. That one, I gotta bring on. You know what? I want to bring on the show here. So she
FKTV. Yeah,
she can be Steve Buddy. Yeah, because she fire for fire. You know, we used to do the show on the phone, on the cell phone. She used to come on. She used to show her face on and talk and blast.
Yeah.
But then we came here now. You know, she's now showing face, but we gotta bring her. The other Ishmael Amara, my man, let me give you one. Let me give you some last name just in case. Ishmael, the first name. Amara, the first name. And now I'm going to go. Then the other name there now, the last name like Amara, Ray, you know, any other last name.
Kone, Kane, Kroma,
Mauro, all the other one there, a last name. But you can't say Sekou Mohammed. No, we don't do that.
That 2 first name.
They are near first name, Ishmael the first name, Amara the first name. So that your Maningo need, that Maningo need. Go ahead and put your real need there. This is an art of cowardice. You don't do that. Just be yourself. It doesn't matter. Be man, you know, or be woman. You know, we don't even know whether you man or woman. You go because you go to man, you don't even know you woman. Whatever your name is, you know, you go face it. You gotta go face it. So we gotta go. My man, unless you have something to say.
Yeah, Mr. Khan, let me say thank you to the Liberian people, and we'll tell you that SKTV is here to stay. We are still working on SKTV will be with you soon. SKTV radio and TV station will be with you soon. And continue to support SKTV because we bring you credible information, undiluted ones. We are not here for gossip. We are here for the Liberian people. And SKTV is here to inform the Liberian people about the happening, because Liberia is the only country that we cannot be deported from. And we are Liberian. Is the responsibility shoulder upon all Liberians to guard and protect Liberia, especially wanting the best.
I said when we started, we had like 40 people, right?
Now
it has climbed to 49.
Yeah, so the people, they are, you know,
so the new people are just I'm seeing it. And so people that want
subscribe.
Yeah.
They'll subscribe.
Yeah, please, man, y'all go subscribe to SKTV. We want that. It carries SKTV prestige up with Facebook.
Right.
They respect us. Let me tell you something. Because we got more good people than bad people, that's why we stay here. The people that have tried everything, they have reported SKTV on a daily basis. But because you people continue to write good things, you try to give hearts every day, and people been watching. They have reviewed our platform many, many times to the extent where they have to send me document to fill up and send my ID that we're going to be discussing politics. we're going to be aligned with the campaign. We're going to be doing things. We have to stand up that if anything happen legally, we should be held liable. So everything they're doing, we are not just no kind of street show. We are well grounded legally. So then not everything can shut us down. No. So like, stop wasting your time. In fact, if certain people there, if you report anything, Facebook automatically send to me, this person's report this. And whatever they reported, we'll go soon and we'll go see it. So I know some of the people that be doing it. You gotta stop it. You stop wasting your time. We are here to stay. Don't waste your time. So, my man, unless you have something else to say, I want to say thank you to those who subscribe. But you know, I'm not allowed to call people name. But if you want all the people that subscribe, young one can send your, messages in your inbox to let you know that we get a subscription. But we're not allowed to call people because some people can be afraid to call their name, to come publicly say they subscribe because they're afraid of retribution. Some of the people then they attack everybody. Even they insult people that come to SKTV. So they're making life difficult for themselves because what happened? We are here to stay. And people have the right to do whatever they want to do to support whatever they want, whoever they want to support. And to go to any platform they want to go to. So it's okay. Somebody just sent $15. Thank you so much. You say no name. You see? Okay, that person sent $15. That person already subscribed. But yet they subscribe because they want to subscribe to support SKTV, right? But yet they sent $15. They could have kept that money. That would be like for 3 months.
Yeah.
But they prefer giving it to us, giving something to us, even though they are subscribed. They are subscribers. But thank you so much.
These are our real people, Mr. Connor. These are our real people.
That other lady who just won the room number, eh? Ain't room number 303 in
309. No, 309.
Room number 309 in that play there. Boulevard, I don't know, Boulevard Hotel.
La Boulevard.
Now the number I will give you. If you trust yourself, go to Boulevard.
Room 309.
Now room 309 I will give number I will give you.
Yeah.
Saying you looking for
so Mr. Connor.
Now room
So Mr. Connor,
I will give you.
let me get on this note. Let me say thank you to our people who are subscribed. Let me say happy pre-birthday to me. Sunday,
So when's your birthday?
17th.
Now tell me. Because
Sunday, December 17th.
You really want the ego to learn, but the ego not learning. That man want the ego to learn. Somebody say, to Zell.
Sunday, December 17th is Sarah's Slam Man birthday. So people are you're continuing, but the override, nothing will make me happy on my birthday when I see more than 200 people subscribe to SKTV because SKTV is my heart.
Yeah. And somebody said, $5. Thank you so much on Cash App. And then somebody sent $20 to Zelle. But my picking, they do give them to SKTV. You go there now start learning. If you pray for me to come back on, if you want your ego to learn, just make sure that you're there put it to subscribe so I can come back on. Otherwise, I will take a break.
You're not going to take a break. In my birthday week, no.
People right tell me say I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
Eugenia and Ruth say if I try, they will have problem with me. And you must say if I don't come on, she will come on by force. So some of these girls they're too powerful.
No, the women are very powerful, Mr.
And let me tell you the funny thing. If you look at the list of subscribers, no disrespect to my brothers. Yeah. 90% are females. I've said that on this platform that people who support this SKTV, majority of them are women.
Yeah.
And that's why even sometimes I don't want to do anything, they will tell me, say, still you got to do it. I have to do it. Because actually they are very committed.
Yeah.
On a serious note. Oh, we say we're leaving, but it's one of the stakeholders they're calling. I don't know who. Hello?
Hello?
If you're not stakeholder, you're not subscribed yet, we'll not take your call because we're leaving now. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
I'm trying to subscribe. I can get up. I can find my way through.
Okay, I will send you the link to this number. That is just you just click on the link. They will walk you through. It's easy. All right, thank you so much. See, I tell the guys, if you're not subscriber, you're not still order, I'm not thinking you how you want to do it. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Hello, caller. What is your name? Hello. Okay. Yeah, so my man.
Yeah, I think we crossed the 2 hours, and let me see.
Yeah,
SKTV family are
almost 3
still.
hours now. Hello, caller. What is your name and where you calling from? We're about to leave. Yes. Now, Madeline? Oh, Marie Pride. Okay. Okay, I will send the link to you as well. Yeah, because I can't blame me all of you that refuse to subscribe. and I will blackmail you if you does not learn, I will blackmail all of you. I know, but yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. Yeah, so yeah, if you're having problem, just inbox me or inbox SKTV. We'll change the link from there so you can go and subscribe. So thank you very much, everybody. We gotta leave it there for today. We appreciate those of you who already subscribe. If you have problem, let me know. We'll help you out to get it, going through. All those, and again, all the subscribers are automatically stakeholders of SKTV. Automatically. Yeah. And when anybody you go learn from anybody too, or I'm picking birthday then you are subscriber plus. You are stakeholder plus. Let me here. This Star Wars guy here trying to put me in trouble. But yeah, Levi Thompson, she was one of those people there, But Steve don't like her. Steve always thinks she's not a stakeholder. I don't know why. What is Steve's problem? All my Google stakeholder that you can be, I'm often they say they're not stakeholders. Yeah, no, otherwise Levi Thompson used to be in, and she is she worked at a hospital. She's a medical practitioner. She used to be there. She used to be there calling on SKTV on the phone, on live to contribute to SKTV, to the platform, but still ready, can't say that one, she now stakeholder. All my Google people there. But my man, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Mr. Kanye, tomorrow, God's willing.
Yeah, so I will update you if you got enough subscribers that will come out tomorrow. If not, then yeah.
Thanks to our SKTV family. Continue to stick with us, man. We appreciate everything you do.